What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for the Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust with the ticker symbol SPY. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So every Sunday I do a SPY recap, so let's take a look at what happened since last week. So last week I did my analysis when we had this red bar form on the chart. We had a big green bar. In this entire uptrend, it looks like a topping kind of pattern, and then a decent sized red bar right after. So that's kind of signifying some type of temporary top. And then you see the next week, just last week, prices sold off for the majority of the days. So it looks like it's pulling back. And why is it pulling back? It's pulling back because price broke outside of this 416 level. A lot of times breakouts, price will pull back to it. It could fail and we could drop below it, but at least most of the time you'll see price pull back towards it. So that's one thing right there. Another thing is that a measure move target was reached. A measure move target is basically based on the principle that the market moves in twos. So you can see that this is a target that traders are looking at. We had one large leg up. The second large leg up took prices to the 437 level. So the market tried two attempts to reach it, and it reached it. And you can see that we're finding resistance right at the end of the measure move target. There is a larger one in play. If I combine these two legs right here, this one definitely could come into play later. It's at the 450 level, but we did also come fairly close to it because price stopped at the 443 level. So this is another target we can keep an eye on if the trend resumes, and most likely there's a good chance it will. So there's this channel in play. I see if I connect the swings, this is fitting pretty good against the price action. So we just hit the top of the channel, and the way channels work is that it shows you where the price can retrace to. So if we hit the top of the channel, we can retrace to the bottom, which is right over here, probably targeting the high 420s, low 430s. So we'll see if we can get there. If we just continue push through that channel, then it's probably going to come down to this breakout point at the 416 level. So right now, it's still an uptrend. Prices are making higher highs, higher lows. We did reach the measurement target, so traders are taking their profits here. You see short-term short traders, aggressive sellers entering the market here, trying to pick a top. So you have a lot of things going on in the market. So it looks like we're going to probably see continuation towards the downside. Most likely, nothing's guaranteed. I don't think we're going to stop right here. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to continue to pull back lower, and then most likely continue higher depending on the type of pullback. If it's a very large drop, then that kind of signifies there's a shift in the structure, and we could probably see more downward pressure. But if it's just a retracement, meaning like a correction, something like this, very choppy, then obviously that's trying to break out towards the upside. So it depends on the type of pullback we get. But as right now, this is still in the area of a pullback for an uptrend. So that's what I'm looking for. But as right now, it's more likely that we continue to see slightly more downward pressure. So here's the weekly chart for the SPY. And it's always good to have the larger term picture in mind, which is this spike in channel higher. So a price made a spike up in 2020. And then ever since then, it was inside of a channel until it broke the channel in January 2022. So this is a spike in channel. So this is still the dominant pattern in play, because if you do a retracement from the lows to the highs, this is still within a 50% retracement. So you can see that's exactly where prices stopped at, right around the 50% retracement, which is a correction territory. So this is still just a correction in an uptrend. So with that being said, a lot of times you'll see the price not reach the measure move target when it's against the dominant pattern. So you can see there was this channel right here. I'll go and show it with the orange channel. Price broke the channel, and normally we don't just reverse right away. We see two pushes in the direction of the channel. So price broke the uptrend channel. We saw one push up right here. One push, two pushes up, and it failed. And also for the downside, we saw two pushes also towards the downside. So one push right here, two pushes. However, the measure move could not be reached because of the dominant factor being stronger than the shorter term pattern in play. So if you cannot reach the measurement target, it's most likely you can do the opposite, which is reverse strongly in the opposite direction. So I tried a couple more times to reach it right over here. Prices failed, and then ever since then we've been trending up higher. So this looks like a reversal pattern. So we can go and put a larger term channel on the swings. So that doesn't mean we can't start another downtrend. It just means that it looks more likely we're going to be retesting or trending up towards the all-time highs at the 480 level. And you can see that, the lows, price could not make a new low, a good one. It was barely past the previous one. And then it started making higher lows. So that's a reversal sign right there. So the trend has shifted, obviously, for a while now. It's just more obvious after the fact. But before, there were signs, if you were paying attention, that it was telling you that the trend was reversing. So what now? Well, since we're retracing or reversing, if we stay above this 416 level, right over here, on this pullback, there's a good chance we're probably going to see a bounce from it towards the all-time highs. That's even if we pull back that far. A lot of times counter trend pullbacks, they might not pull back all the way to the area you think. Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes when the bullish momentum is really strong, we might just stop, halfway and then continue the uptrend, because sometimes, it's not going to reach the correction target all the way. So either way, this is still looking strong towards the upside. If we stay above this 416 level, good chance we'll probably see continuation to the upside. If we see a sharp move down through this 416 level, and we come up timidly, then there's a good chance we might see continuation towards the downside. But that's probably less likely right now. I'm looking for continuation towards the upside just after this pullback. This market is a little overextended. We reached the target. A lot of the incentive for the long-term traders or long-term aggressive buyers are not really in the market right now. But if we see a pullback, this will probably be the next opportunity for them to buy the dip, and we'll probably see the price continue to push up higher. So right now, it looks still pretty good for the SPY to continue higher after a little short-term correction. So that's all I have for the SPY this week, Sunday. I'll give you guys an update next week, Sunday, possibly. Maybe if I'll be out of town or not. But right now, I probably will still plan to do it. But if not, I'll give you guys an update the next week, Sunday, after that. So this is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.